Hi Dave, welcome to Belarus. Look nice.
Thank you.
In this cap especially. Minsk CloudCamp is over, and I would like to ask you how it's different in comparison to other CloudCamps that happened in other parts of the world, in the United States and Europe. If you speak about Minsk CloudCamp, and if you've been asked about by someone in the United States how it was different from other ones, what would you say?
Okay, well, I don't think we've had a CloudCamp in a karaoke bar before, so you can hear all the music going on. So that was fun. But other than that, I think we had a pretty typical CloudCamp. You had lots of presenters giving lightning talks. We did an unpanel and lots of breakout sessions. So it went pretty smoothly.
It was just CloudCamp.
Well, no. I mean, look at all the activities you have going on now. You also have a party that you put on. We provide some great food and lots of beer. So, and the people, we had a really good turnout. Probably 200 people or so. So that's a good turnout for a CloudCamp.
Comparing this CloudCamp to the others that I attended in London and in Silicon Valley, I feel that audience was not that active. And probably the level of awareness about cloud technologies of the audience was not very high. Do you have this kind of feeling?
Well, CloudCamps tend to attract people who are new to cloud computing because it's sort of a place where you can learn a lot. So having a fair amount of people new to cloud computing is not unusual at a CloudCamp. And then as far as the interaction goes, I thought it was pretty good. Maybe part of the shyness is that there were some English speakers happening, so people who speak primarily Russian or Belarusian maybe are not quite as comfortable. But I'm very glad that a lot of the breakout sessions and the lightning talks were in Russian or Belarusian, so I think people felt like they learned a lot that way. I personally prefer it when we do the event in the local language so that more people can learn.
If you speak about new technologies and about new trends in cloud computing, what could you outline in this year, in the current 2012, comparing to previous years, 2010, 2011? What are the new trends, how this current year is different from previous ones?
Right. Well, last year we saw the idea of enterprise cloud becoming possible. I think this year you'll see implementations. A lot more open source is now becoming popular as far as cloud computing infrastructure goes. And we're even seeing open source platform as a service software. So that's, I think, the newest innovation that is coming to us this year.
Okay, and if we speak about the most innovative companies in the cloud field, which companies could you outline? Which are the most appealing personally to you, and who are the innovator in the cloud?
Well, there's just so much going on now that I don't know if I could narrow it down to just a few companies, but I will try.
Okay.
So my particular area of interest is in platform as a service. I think we're seeing a lot of innovation happening around how to deploy applications. And there's a lot of different ways you can do that, and platform as a service, I think, is one of the more appealing ways. And so you're seeing different ways to deploy platform as a service. There are companies who offer it as a service, so you see like Heroku or which was recently acquired by Salesforce, and you see like OpenShift and CloudFoundry.com, so these are also services. But you're also seeing some innovations around how to deploy a platform as a service as software. So companies like Zen, the PHP company, have partnered with like RightScale, and you can see RightScale is deploying PHP to build a platform as a service. And then we're even seeing companies like VMware with CloudFoundry as an open source platform as a service product, which you can run your own platform as a service, or the same with Red Hat has a product called OpenShift that they are getting ready to open source. So you can actually run your own platform as a service. That's pretty innovative. And then finally, in a platform as a service environment, you'll see a lot of NoSQL and quite frankly, outside of platform as a service, because there's so much data and it's difficult for it to scale if you have to have relationship data. So NoSQL is a way to sort of make more scalable databases. And so you'll see companies like Couchbase or MongoDB, Cassandra. There's a lot of different software out there to help you scale your database. So those are three of the areas that I see the most innovation happening in.
My last question, what skills should programmers have to be in trend in 3 years, 5 years, from your perspective, and what programmers should read, study today to not lose their job in a couple of years from now?
That's a good question. Thankfully, I think a lot of programming languages are going to be successful in cloud computing. You know, whether it's the new ones like Ruby or Python, or the traditional ones like Java or PHP, .NET. I think these are all favorable in the cloud computing space. But there's certain types of skills you should learn, like how to use a NoSQL database, or how to write code that can deploy onto multiple servers. You want to learn sort of real-time interactivity through JavaScript, or and also using maybe like Node.js or something. And then mobile is very popular right now, so I think that's going to continue to grow. So having skills in the mobile developer environment is also important. Those are just a few. There's so much to do to make a successful application. For example, you cannot deny that the user interface is so important. So there's a lot, and I think we'll have jobs for cloud computing developers for quite a while.
Okay, thank you, Dave. Thank you for coming. Appreciate your participation in the first Belarusian CloudCamp, and hope to see you soon.
You bet. Thank you very much for the hat.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet.